Miss Ferguson, do you think you could put Marlene back in the laundry?
Why?
Well, she's trying to lose a bit of weight. For the wedding. We think the kitchen might be too much of a temptation. I mean, if we can keep an eye on it... Why not?
I don't have to give you reasons, Desmond. If Warren's too fat, that's her problem. Now get to work. Come on, Brian, the governor wants you.
Yes, I'll be right there. Someone's going to have to keep an eye on her. Get Merv to keep an eye, too.
Leave it to me. Who's on kitchen duty?
Pam and Tam.
Right.
Come on, Brian.
You're coming.
Right. Well, I'm ready.
It's going to be really strange without you, Eddie.
Don't say that, Mickey, pups. Make you feel quite selfish. But I am looking forward to it, you know.
I don't blame you.
Still, I do feel a bit sad, though.
Well, after tomorrow, I won't be here either. So, it's a brand new beginning for both of us, eh?
Let's go.
Well, I'm not giving up. I can't.
Oh, I could try a bluff on the grounds that you have witnesses.
Good, then you do that.
Judy, if we are forced to go into court and we lose, it could cost you up to $50,000.
You're joking.
I'm afraid not. And depending on how much they might want to push it, the cost could be even higher.
Well, that's some sort of system, isn't it?
There's nothing we can do about that.
Do it. You do whatever you have to do. And I don't care what it costs. I'll find that money somehow.
I'll do my best, I promise you.
It's not fair. Why should the screws get it and not us?
What's that?
Morning tea. We don't have it, do we?
Of course you do. What are you doing here anyway?
Yeah, but what about the other poor buggers?
And maternity. Don't forget maternity.
Merv, I'm not going to have a bloody baby just so as I can have a cup of tea. Can't I take some for the girls in the laundry, please?
No, look, there won't be enough for afternoon tea.
Oh, too bad. You feed them enough of that early grey stuff, their taste buds will be buggered anyway.
It's Earl Grey.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Can't I take some for the girls in the laundry, please?
Gosh, Marla, you'll get me into all sorts of strife.
What's the trouble?
No trouble. What do you want me to do now, Merv?
Hang on a minute. I want to tell Merv about a certain sneaky person who is supposed to be on a diet.
You already knows, don't you, Merv?
Yeah, yes, the girls told me.
Sticking to it?
Yes, she is. Hasn't been easy, has it, Mal?
Nope. Wouldn't even let me have sugar in me tea.
Well, you can't blame him, can you? I mean, fella doesn't like lumpy Sheilas hanging around him.
Oh, I'm not lumpy.
Oh, what about that hip and that hip?
Don't.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you'd been stuffing your pockets with fruitcake.
Marlene.
I think Mr. Askin is right. I really don't see how you can prove that song's yours.
I got a prison full of women who heard me write that piece of music, Mrs. Reynolds. They heard me play the first note.
Yes, I know. But this isn't a criminal case. I mean, I'm no expert, but I really think unless you've got something in writing...
There is no way that Sheila could have written that piece of music. Now, it is true she did write some music, but it was awful. I'm surprised the neighbors didn't complain. I mean, you heard some of it, didn't you, Mrs. Barry?
Yes, I did. I'm trying to forget it.
I'm not saying you didn't write that song. A recording company is a recording company with a lot of money who are prepared to take you to court. Now, how can you afford that?
I want you to do me a favor, if you would, please. I'd like you to ring the department and ask them if they're still interested in buying Driscoll House.
Judy, no. That's your security for when you get out of here.
It's not just an ordinary piece of music, Mrs. Reynolds. I wrote that for someone very special, and I'm not going to stop until I get it back. Now, please, ask the department.
Yeah, well, there's no way we're going to use this leg again.
Make a new one?
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, looks like Burke's fallen down the hole. So you mind having a go at it?
Nah, not at all. Take my mind off the wedding, if nothing else.
Well, what are you worried about now?
Well, I'm not worried. Not really worried, nothing, just Want everything to go all right for Marlene, that's all. Hey, you reckon this'll do? Sort of temporary, you know.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Great.
No, everything will be great. You know, in some ways you're lucky it's happening here. Cost you a bloody fortune on the outside, but with cars and flowers and that. Nice of you to come back, Burke.
You know me, Macca. I'm a nice bloke.
Where the hell have you been? You know you've got 2 gluing jobs to catch up on.
Okay, so I had a fag. Ought to get yourself a uniform, McRae. Sounding more like a screw every day.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fry, I'm not rushing you, am I?
No, not at all, Meg. Just rearranging my thoughts for today. You know, leave Wentworth at 10:30, arrive Woodridge 11:50, have lunch, and on it goes.
I would have thought your secretary would have done all that for you.
Oh, that old dragon doesn't give me a minute to myself. Got to have some enjoyment, wouldn't you agree?
Definitely.
Oh, good. Then perhaps we can have dinner Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Oh, lovely little bistro.
Oh, what a shame. I'm having dinner with Mr. Crookshank that night.
Crookshank, you mean our chap?
Yes, well, now that he's cleared, it's a sort of celebration. That was a huge relief, wasn't it?
Yes. Still, we could have done without the publicity. Some people might say where there's smoke, there's fire.
Oh, would they?
Yes. Hopefully I'll be able to get rid of the riffraff so the decent officers can show their faces in public.
Oh, well, Dennis will be pleased. I think he's one of the best officers I've ever had the pleasure of working with.
Yes, of course. You make a habit of socialising with all the staff or just certain members?
Well, let's say I'm selective. Well, mustn't keep Mrs. Reynolds waiting.
You know, I really think Judy will sell Driscoll Hush. She was so angry.
Oh, I know how she feels. God, sorry.
Oh, doesn't matter. It's only water. But she can't, Dennis. She'd lose everything.
Well, maybe she feels she already has. That song was pretty important to her, you know.
Oh, yes. Oh, I don't know. You think you understand the women in this place, and then all of a sudden something like this happens.
Well, it's called survival, Joyce. It's
Has
surprising.
anyone seen Joan? She was supposed to take over in reception 10 minutes ago.
She hasn't been here.
Oh, she's probably in the kitchen or somewhere. I'll go and see.
Well, look, hang on. I've got to see Mervyn about lunch. I'll come with him.
Oh, this place is like a breath of fresh air, Anne. It's always a pleasure to visit.
Well, I haven't heard it described that way before.
Oh, I mean it. Bright, cheery atmosphere, good positive attitude from the staff, and it all reflects on you, you know. But I've said this before, haven't I?
It's always pleasant to hear something like that. Thank you. Oh, by the way, has Mrs. Morris told you about Eddie Parslow?
There's more. I thought we'd got rid of that woman. It cost us enough.
I thought you'd like to hear how she's been spending the money.
Oh, Mrs. Morris did say she's spending her money on a retirement village or something, isn't she?
Moving in today. Perfect ending to the whole affair, don't you think? She's very happy about it.
Good. As long as she keeps her mouth shut, she can be as happy as she likes. Let's get down to the business at hand, shall we?
And that is?
Ferguson. Or more to the point, that letter you sent us regarding Rebecca Keane and that cooking chap. What's his name?
Ray Proctor. What about it?
Bad business. Looks like Keane was got at between the time that you saw her and the time she denied knowing anything about it.
I see. Got at in what way?
Well, let's say that she had a convenient accident. Enough to change her mind about testifying against Ferguson.
Yes, I see. Well, do you want to speak to Miss Ferguson about it?
No, I want to get rid of the damned woman. But I need evidence, and that's where you come in. Now, according to our legal department, we can't catch her out on this letter business. Too late. But you catch her on unprofessional behavior, and we'll kick her out, but make it good.
It's been tried before.
Well, not with me at the helm, it hasn't. Give me irrefutable proof, and Joan Ferguson is finished. Out.
Dennis, quick! Help me! It's Joan. What? Get this thing. Go on. Here. I'll get Sister.
Right.
Marlene, you promised me. You said you wouldn't.
Oh, that was just going to be my lunch. Oh, come on, move. Honestly,
No.
I wasn't going to eat anything else. Give it back. Don't muck
I said
around.
I'd make you lunch.
A bloody salad. That's not lunch. That's rabbit fodder. Come on, give it
No,
back.
no, no.
I'll make you.
No, please. You can't have it back.
I'm not
You can't have
kidding,
it back.
Merv. I won't stop
I promised Mother I wouldn't. Mother, what have I got in my mouth?
Beautiful big piece of cheese, topped with sardines and strawberry jam.
I'm going outside for a minute. Don't speak to him. I'll get back.
As if I'd do anything like that.
Didn't you see anyone in the area?
No, there's no one in the corridors.
Dennis?
How many cups
No,
on the coffee
sorry,
table?
some here.
Well, someone did
3.
it.
I want
Any
the two of you to
dizziness?
start checking, see if
No.
anyone left their work
Sore
area.
spots, apart from your neck, I mean.
But be
Oh, just my knee a little bit, but it's quite all right. Can I go back to work now?
Yes, I know. Just do the best you can.
Right, we'll go to it now.
How is she?
Well, there are no visible signs, but any loss of consciousness is serious. I'd advise a full examination at Wentworth General.
Won't be necessary, Governor. I'm quite well enough to go back to work now.
That's not the point. You could be suffering from concussion.
I doubt it.
Just the same. You know the department's ruling on this. There has to be a full medical report.
Yes, all right. I'll go when I finish my shift. Will that do?
Okay.
Right. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I must have walked into the library.
Must have. Don't you remember?
Of course I do.
Well, why were you going to the library?
I was patrolling the corridor and I heard a noise.
What sort of noise?
I don't know. I just went to check it out. That's all I can remember.
But you said you went into the library. That's where you were found.
And I suppose I did. Sorry, I'm just a bit hazy at the moment.
I really think she should have that examination.
Yes, I agree. Make an appointment for her this afternoon. I'll have a taxi booked to take her to the hospital.
Yeah, the hospital. All right, thank you.
Well, what do you reckon? Of course I hate her. She's a bloody cheat.
She might be, but it's going to be very hard to prove in court. Right, love?
Yeah, I don't want you to throw the towel in, Jew, but I've read dozens of cases.
Yeah, I know. All my evidence will be hearsay. But she didn't write that song. I wrote it for Pixie.
Right, so go for it.
Oh, yeah, and who's going to pay for it? You?
Why not? You can have everything I've got, Jude. Reckon it'd be worth it.
Well, that's very sweet of you, but it'd take more than a couple of poker games to raise that kind of dough.
If you want to chuck your money, I'll grab a cue and give you a game.
Rack on.
$5 on my black. Free ball start. 2 to 1.
Why not? The other losers are getting me down anyway. I'm having the straight cue.
I've been thinking about you, lover.
Yeah, well, don't get upset, because I ain't been thinking about you.
You're not forgetting our little deal, eh?
I've been thinking about that, and
And
you can forget it. I'm backing it.
too late. The job's already done. Your friend of a freak isn't feeling too good. It's a bigger job than I thought, so you owe me, lover. So where do we do it? Your cell or the share block?
All I'm saying, love, is I don't think you should fork out the money yourself.
Do you mean legal aid?
Yeah, well, they wouldn't be in it. And why should they be? It's not their fight.
But I can't see the department giving you a fair price for it. Break out the champers, you lot. Just got the word that someone's done the freaking.
Oh, pull the other one.
Where did you hear that? Ronnie was on sick call when Mrs. Morris rushed in and grabbed Sister. The bitch is dead.
Told ya.
You should have killed her. That wasn't the deal.
Yeah, well, I'm just as surprised as you, but what's the difference? Saves someone else the trouble, doesn't it?
It's a sin to kill. You bastard!
Bloody hell's going on here?
Oh, she's off her bloody head.
Lexi?
Mrs. Reynolds, I'm a bit confused. What do I call Selby?
Don't worry, you haven't been the only one. Call her sister.
Good.
Would you come in, sister?
Thank you.
Hello, Mrs. Reynolds.
Morning. Sit down.
Would you like me to wait outside, Mrs. Reynolds?
Thank you, Mrs. Berry.
I've just heard about Miss Ferguson. Is she all right?
Yes, she's fine. I'm sorry to bring you in from your rec
Is
period,
it true
but,
that she was beaten up?
Unfortunately, yes. Now, the press have asked if they can interview you, and
No, I won't see them. I've upset the church enough, and it won't help the movement.
Besides, they're only after a sensational story. None behind bars and rubbish like that.
I was going to tell you that I'd refused them.
Oh. I'm sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Are you having any problems?
No. But I would like to ask a favour.
Yes.
I've been going to Mass on Sundays, but I wonder if it would be possible to have a special visit from Father James.
Yes, of course. I'll arrange it as soon as possible.
No, forget it, Matt. She won't be thinking straight till after lunch. The kid's got a temper like a skyrocket.
But what set it off? Now, I know Burke has a vicious tongue, but...
I'll have a word with him.
Now, let's wait a while. I think there's more to this than meets the eye.
Like what?
I don't know, but I mean, if he just said something to her, she would have yelled at him, not gone off her face like that. Let's find out what we can about the freak. Speak of the devil.
Move out. Quietly. Now. Grapevine tells me you thought I was dead, Kelly.
Yeah, well, it was good while it lasted.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, because you're going to pay for it. If you think you can stop me testifying as
Oh,
easily as
come
that...
off it. I didn't do it.
Oh, of course you didn't.
I bloody didn't. And I can prove it. I was in the laundry all morning. You asked Miss Gorman. She was in the corridor with that workman. I don't know, but don't blame it on me.
Eat.
I'll give it a go, Merv. I can't.
Oh, yes, you can. You were very hungry, remember?
Oh, yes, I know, but I think my stomach must have shrunk because I feel a bit sick.
Well, there you are, then. We can't have you being sick, can we? Now, eat.
You know, don't you? Those bludgers dobbed me in, didn't they?
Yes. Eat.
Oh, please.
You lied to us, Marlene. Lied to your friends.
Yes, I know.
If you want food that badly, you can have it. You know, my father made me smoke a cigar once, and I've never smoked since. Let's see if it works with food. Hang on. There's some sausages left over.
Oh, no.
And some custard. In fact, let's save time and put them all together.
I'm not going to eat that. You can't make me eat that.
If you don't, I'll tell Myra what you did.
That's blackmail.
Yes, isn't it? Now then, eat.
You were reported as being absent for at least 5 minutes, Burke. So you had time to get to other areas of the prison.
Well, I didn't. I was sitting on my dunny, wasn't I?
I've only got your word for that.
Yeah, that's right.
Look, Mr. Cruikshank, we know all about Miss Ferguson. And that's why you're asking these questions, isn't it?
No.
Oh, you're just trying to pin it on me like always. Well, I didn't, and you can't prove I did. You got a bloody nerve putting me under suspicion. They all thought you were a kid sex killer.
Don't push your luck, Burke.
Well, you're the one with luck. They let you off, didn't they? But then again, you're just like the pigs. And they always protect their own, don't they?
Now, look here, sir. Miss Ferguson, all right? We saw her a while back. She seemed okay.
Yes, she's fine. Just like to know who the cowards are who go around thumping people over the back of their heads.
Well, why the hell didn't they just come straight out and ask us instead of all that pussyfooting around?
They don't know that we know anything about it. They're trying to trick us into saying something.
Yeah, would have liked to have been there when they spoke to Patterson.
What's that supposed to mean, Kelly?
Well, you wouldn't have to be too bright, would you? Ferguson hacks off your hair, so you try to top her.
Shut up, you lying bitch!
What are you getting so upset about? If it was up to me, I'd give you a medal.
I've never hurt anyone in my life. I didn't touch her.
Nah, of course you didn't. I tell you what, though, give us a call next time and I'll help you fix her for good.
Shut up, Kelly.
Suit yourself.
You got anything you want to talk about?
No, why should I?
Because you've been behaving like a bear with a sore head, that's why.
Can't be flavour of the month all the time, can I? I've me down as to.
Yeah, fair enough. Why'd you ever go at Burke? Did he put the hard word on you?
Oh, come off it.
Then why?
Look, he cheated, and you know what I think of cheats, okay?
And that's it.
It's bad enough, isn't it? What more do you want?
Thanks.
You confess to the sins of pride and selfishness. Yet you still refuse to accept the charge of disobedience levelled at you by Mother Church.
How can I, Father?
I consider that I'm doing God's work. I mean, how can it be a sin to protect the world that he created? Surely the sin is...
Sister, please. I'm not here to debate the issue.
I'm sorry, Father.
If you truly believe that what you are doing is correct in God's eyes, well, then the charge of disobedience is wrong. Is there anything else that you wish to confess? Sister?
Something has happened to make me doubt my vocation, Father. I've been guilty of impure thoughts.
Go on.
A man that I've been working with in the movement.
Does he feel the same way about you?
He loves me.
Do you love him?
No. I'm very fond of him.
Are you fond of Mother Church?
I love Mother Church.
Then you must sever all ties with this man.
But, Father...
You must be true to your vows, sister. If you can't, then you're living a lie, and there is no place in the Holy Order.
No. I could never leave the Order.
And I can't give you absolution unless you're prepared to forgive this man. You understand?
Please absolve me, Father.
Don't worry, sister. I doubt that your vocation is in jeopardy.
Well, we've questioned the men and most of the women, but it was virtually a waste of time, I'm afraid. They all know what happened and had their alibis ready.
Surprise, surprise. And who questioned you, Crookshank?
I beg your pardon?
Who else hates me as much as the women do?
Oh, just a minute.
And who blames me for their girlfriend getting the sack?
Joan, I don't think
And
there's
he
any
probably
need...
blames me for the time the union suspended him. Should I go on?
You can go to hell as far as I'm concerned.
And it's going to take a better man than you to get me there, Crookshank.
Bloody bitch. God, if I could prove it was Myra, I'd write her pardon out myself.
Do you think it was Myra too?
No, not really. But she's the only one who couldn't explain her whereabouts.
I thought they said she was in the kitchen.
Yeah, but she had to pass the library to get there, didn't she? And when was the last time you heard of Myra on skip duty? So what do we do about it?
Well, I don't think we've got any choice. I think we'll have to tell Anne.
Mrs. Morris tells me the women knew about it.
And Mrs. Morris was wrong,
Don't
wasn't she?
backchat me, Myra. I'm not in the mood.
With all due respect, Mrs. Reynolds, neither am I. Now, you're accusing me of doing it, aren't you?
Not yet. But if I don't get some cooperation, I may have no option. As far as the evidence is concerned, you're it. Now, are you going to answer the question or not?
We didn't know. Well, not really. One of the girls came in and said that the freak was...
I will not accept that.
One of the girls came in and said that Miss Ferguson was dead. We were celebrating when she walked through the door.
Who told you?
It was one of the girls that was on sick call when Sister Hall was sent for.
Name?
I've forgotten.
You've forgotten. Do you happen to remember why you were doing skip duty this morning? I mean, it's hardly the job for a top dog, is it?
Now I know why people tell lies. You're going to laugh when you hear this.
I doubt it.
Marlene is on a diet. I went to the kitchen to make sure that she was sticking to it. How's that for a watertight alibi?
You'd be silly to lie. It's too easily checked. You did pass the library.
I didn't do it.
Who did?
I don't know. None of us do.
And if you did?
The truth? I'd take up a collection for them.
So there's every chance it could happen again.
Let's just say that I wouldn't sell Miss Ferguson any life insurance. Oh, come on. You know what she's like. She asks for it.
It mustn't happen, Myra. Every woman in this prison would suffer because of it, and you know that.
And get rid of her.
If I told you Miss Ferguson might be leaving here soon, would you see that nothing happens to her? You'd be doing it for the women.
Is the department giving her the push?
Would you?
I'd think about it.
Good.
Am I on a charge then?
I can hardly charge you for being on skip duty, can I?
Well, just that I've been looking at you and nothing seems to get to you.
Not true, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, fair enough. But I mean, look at me. Someone gets up my nose and I go and fly right off the handle. You, no one would even know unless you told them.
I don't see what you're getting at, Lexi.
Well, if you're like that because of religion, I was thinking, well, everyone needs something, you know, shrinks, drugs, sex. I'm sorry.
Don't be. You're quite right.
Yeah. Well, I got my cards and they really have helped me a whole heap, but then I start thinking about death and creepy stuff like that. I don't know the answers.
We're all afraid of the unknown.
But you know the answers.
I've come to a conclusion that satisfies me, but that doesn't mean
Did
that
being a Catholic help?
being a Christian helped me, studying the life of our Lord.
Yeah, all that God stuff, eh?
Lexi, what are you trying to say?
I want to be a Catholic.
Why?
I don't know. Be good, I reckon. Got to be more to life than booze and blokes, doesn't there?
It's very hard work.
Oh, I don't want to be a nun or nothing. Just a Catholic. Well, for starters, anyway.
I see. And you'd like me to help you?
Hey, Lexi, quick, come here.
Oh, would you? I'd be real good at it, I know I would.
Hurry up, it's Sheila.
Oh, shut up, will you? When can we start?
You can start by apologising to Mad.
What for?
What is there to say? What can I say?
I heard that from the corridor. Is that who I think it is?
Certainly is.
Want me turned off?
No. Gotta admit she's pretty good.
Yeah.
Andrea's down here for 2 split shifts. She doesn't mind.
No, she asked for it. Something to do with some afternoon classes she's taking.
Oh, not computers, I hope. We can't afford to lose any more staff.
Oh, who's leaving now?
We are, so will you just hurry up?
Oh, yes, ma'am. You ought to be a prison guard, you know that?
Sounds as though you're in for some hard work tonight.
I think I'm sorry I volunteered. I've never seen anyone with so much junk in all my life.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, not only that, she wants it labelled and packed, and would you believe she's going to take it with her?
When is the big day?
Tomorrow, so that's why we're rushing tonight.
Oh, I wouldn't envy you that. Is there anything I can do?
No, thanks. I'll be okay.
Big Joan, you'll flood us out. Big Joan.
I turned that off.
Yes, it must have turned itself on again.
You all right?
Yes, of course I am. It's that tap. It's done it before.
Yes, well, don't forget your appointment at the hospital. I've ordered a taxi, so you...
I don't need a taxi.
I'd rather you took one. Draw the fare from petty cash in the morning, would you?
Whatever you say, Governor.
Good night.
George?
I don't mind if the screws don't know who thumped her, but us, that's a different story.
I reckon they know they're just bluffing. Oh, yeah, that's why Morris and Cruikshank have spent half the day asking us questions.
Anita, do you mind if we sit somewhere else?
Oh, you're going to have to change your deodorant, Mara.
Oh, look, don't be smart. Just want to ask her a few questions.
Can't I eat my dinner first?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, just got a bit carried away.
Then in that case, we better do as you say.
Oh, no. I wasn't thinking. You eat.
You want to watch out, Patterson? Next thing you know, she'll have you talking to statues.
Get stuffed, Kelly.
I don't mind, but I won't join you.
Any for your thoughts?
Oh, just thinking. She's the obvious choice.
She'd get my vote.
The trouble is she didn't leave the laundry, did she?
No, I don't think so.
And on the other hand, I can't see her tackling the freak on her own.
No way. What are you saying? Do you think she's teamed up with Frank again?
Hope I'm wrong. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh, jeez, I think I feel sick. I mean, have a look at that. Is that crook or is that crook?
Oh, my God. Oh, come on, honey, sit down. What's wrong?
Quick, sit down before you fall down. Are you okay?
Great.
Don't look it. Lexi, get us something to eat.
No, I'm not eating tonight. Cheated a bit on the diet, so I thought I'd better make up for it.
Oh, good girl.
No, I don't know. I think you should eat something, love.
Be right, honestly. Yeah, well, you're not missing out on much. Sausages again. Only this time they curried them. Have a look at this. Reckon it's the same one I sent back at lunchtime. Still got a bit of fried in.
think you've got a bad case of pre-wedding nerves there.
Yeah. I hope that's what it is.
See, I told you she was sick as a dog before. Well, I hope Matt appreciates what she's doing for him.
It's bloody stupid. Still, we're just as much to blame. We're the ones who made her stick to the diet.
Oh, come off it. It's not our fault she's fat.
Lexi, I think we should say big boned from now on,
Yeah,
all right?
good idea.
Bull, she's fat.
Lexi!
You mean to say, if she stays on this diet, her bones are going to get smaller?
No.
Right, because she's fat.
You don't have to stand around talking about me like a cock and I'm still alive, you know.
Oh, sorry, love. We just didn't think you were up to it.
Yeah, and no more dieting, Rabbit. It's finished.
Yeah, we'd rather have you fat and happy.
Oh, Lexi.
You shut up.
Now look what you've done. We should call you Bucket Mouth.
It's not Lexi, it's me. I'm a rotten bitch and I lied to you all. And Matt too. I'm sorry.
You mean you haven't been dieting?
I put on more weight in the past couple of days than I have in the past 6 months.
Oh, Marlene, what about your wedding dress?
I know. That's the stupid part about it. I wasn't even hungry half the time.
You don't have to tell me about that. I've been there myself.
I'm a rotten bitch and I'm sorry. And Matt's gonna hate me because I can't fit. I wish I was dead.
Judy, are you mad at her?
No, of course not.
Lexi?
Nah.
Neither am I. And I know that Matt loves her.
Yeah, so what is this dumb broad crying for?
Because I lied.
Oh, come off it, Rabbit. We're all allowed a few white lies. We're still your mates.
Why don't you whistle or something?
What's the matter, lover? Do I scare you?
You've got to be joking.
Well, don't be like that. You'll hurt my feelings. Besides, I'm scared of a freak. In fact, I'm nearly scared her to death.
So was you.
Well, it wasn't for two fairy, lover. There's me list. Look for yourself.
These other names, what's the idea?
The idea is I'm going to get all of them and you're going to help me.
Oh, like hell I am. You're off your face.
And you don't learn, do you? I said you're going to help me.
Oh, yeah? Why should I?
Because if you don't, I'll work from the top of this. And for you, lover, I'll make a special effort. Know what I mean?
Well, the x-rays are all clear. No fractures.
Thought so. Told them this would be a waste of time.
Well, it's hardly that. You were concussed. Even a few moments unconsciousness can be serious.
Yes, yes. Well, now, is there a compo form or something that I have to sign?
Just a moment, I haven't finished yet. Is your vision still okay?
Perfect. One pen and one pencil.
Any strange sensations like dizziness or loss of concentration?
No, nothing like that.
Are you sure?
Quite sure, Doctor. Now, if you would sign whatever it is you have to sign, I can get home.
All right. But if anything goes wrong...
Certainly, I'll be right back to see you.
All right. Good night.
Yeah, but how can you believe all that stuff about God having no beginning? I mean, I don't know. He must have started somewhere, I suppose.
No, Lexi. He always was. I know it's difficult to understand, but you mustn't think of him as a person like you or me.
Yeah, well, let's get back to him later. What about the rest of the family?
Family?
Yeah, you know, the one with the spook in it. The Father, the Son, and...
The Holy Ghost.
Yeah, where do they fit in?
Well, they're not they. It's all one person. Well, I know the Bible says that they're three distinct characters, but...
Sorry to interrupt. You haven't got any antacid powder on you, have you?
Oh, no, sorry. Marlene's still not well.
Oh, you can say that again. Well, thanks. I'll keep trying.
How can three different blokes be one person?
Sorry?
Well, you said they were three different people.
No, they're all one person. Look, let me read you something. It might
Excuse me.
explain...
Have you got any fizzy drink in here?
Oh, God, why don't we just have a party and invite everybody in?
Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in.
Just knock or something next time.
See? Sorry, Judy. Myra just asked for some antacid. Why don't you take her to the infirmary?
She won't go. Anyway, I'll let you get on with it. Sorry.
Why did you do that? Lexi?
sin to hurt someone, isn't it?
I don't think Judy was hurt, but I mean...
No, not her. I mean to punch someone. Is that a sin even if they're a real mongrel?
That's no excuse. Christ taught us to forgive our enemies.
But he didn't have to live with a freak.
Worse, much worse. His enemies killed him, yet even when he was dying on the cross... Lexi, are you trying to say that you bashed Miss Ferguson?
No. Frank Burke did, but... Well, I let him, you know, do it with me because he said he'd help me thump the freak. He had me cornered anyway, and I didn't think he'd go that far. Now I just don't know what to do.
You better move, love. We'll be dumping a ton of stuff here in a minute. You all right, lady? Hey, Blue, get over here.
What's up?
Something the matter with her. She's in a trance or something. Come on, love, snap out of it. Yeah, that's done it.
Feeling all right, love?
Yes. What is this place?
Number 5. There's a passenger ship on board. Is that what you wanted? Bloody nutcase.
See the uniform?
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, well, let's face it. The department owe me so much back rent for Driscoll House. In 5 years' time, I'll be worth a fortune.
Why 5 years?
That's when I'm getting out.
Well, why sell it? You're going to need somewhere to live.
No, Myra, I'm sorry. I am taking that bitch to court. Anyway, Driscoll stopped being my home the day Hazel died. I couldn't go back there.
She didn't die. She was murdered, remember?
A couple of days, I'll sign the papers, and Driscoll will not be my worries anymore.
I just spoke to Mum. Guess what?
Well, you're telling the story.
She's having that wedding dress made in another size.
Isn't the wedding the day after tomorrow?
Yeah, so?
Well, making a wedding dress isn't the same as an ordinary frock.
Ray, but if they haven't got it in stock, you're not going to get it in time.
Well, don't tell me that.
Marlene, Governor wants to
How
see
long
you.
does it take to make a wedding dress?
Oh, one person, full-time, about a week, I suppose.
Oh, my God, what am I going to do?
Right now, you're going to see the governor, so come on.
What about 6 people? Oh, why did I go off the diet?
I thought I had problems.
Well, her mum will sort it out for her only daughter. Come on, let's get back to work. We need another pickup. Sorry, Anita, it's your turn.
Oh, don't worry, I'll do it.
No, it's all right, Lucy. I can do it.
What is all that about?
I don't know. The kid's hardly said a word all morning.
Yes, all right, but we'll talk about it later. Come on in.
Morning, Mrs. R.
Sit down, Marlene.
This isn't about the wedding, is it? Because if it's more bad news, I'm just going to chuck the whole thing in.
Well, yes, it is. But it's good news. The first of your wedding presents, really.
Oh, yeah? Who from?
The department. This is the authorization for your release. You'll be leaving us tomorrow.
They can't. They can't. I'm getting married. They know that.
But surely this is better. The only difference is you'll be arriving in a car.
Oh, yeah, but the girls were going to help me get ready and everything. It won't be the same if I'm on the outside. Please, Mrs. Reynolds, do something to stop it.
I can't do that. The form's here and it's signed.
Do they know you've got it?
Of course they do.
Well, how do they know? Did they hand it to you personally?
No, it came with a lot of other departmental mail.
Well, there you are then. You can say it got lost. Please, Mrs. Reynolds.
I give up. I really do. I thought you'd be pleased.
Please, my whole bloody wedding's out.
All right, all right. Wait outside for a minute. I want to speak to Mrs. Barry. Do you think we'd have trouble with the other women if she is released before the wedding?
Yes, I think so. It's as much their wedding as it is hers, really.
All right. Bring her back in.
What do you say? Get this inside and we'll have a beer, eh?
I don't want to argue with that.
Excuse me, mate.
Yeah.
About the other day. Hope you don't think I was getting stuck into you along with the others.
Oh, just looking on, were you?
I said to Bernie, he's the one with the Foster's goiter. I said, wake up to yourself, son. What would the old dentist be doing knocking off kids when he's got a prison full of goers to keep him busy? He said, if you ever want to take on an extra man, well, just give him a yell.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, and you can do me a favour if you would, too.
Oh, well, seeing as though you stuck up for me like that, I don't have much choice, do I?
Yeah, well, perhaps you'd write something funny under this picture here. You see me...
Just sod off, will you?
Hey?
You heard me, sod off or I'll flatten you.
And if he doesn't, I will, mate.
Dennis? Okay. Fella tries to do the right thing. Bloody Pom.
Good morning, Miss Ferguson. Sister, are you all right? I thought they would have given you the day off after yesterday's incident.
Oh, no, I'm all right. Takes more than a bump on the head to put me out of action.
Glad to hear it.
I suppose there was quite a bit of celebrating in the rec room when they all met.
I wouldn't know. It's not for me to judge.
Sorry. Sister, I want to thank you for our little chat the other day. It helped.
Well, how'd you get on?
What?
With Rena, what'd she want?
Nothing. She just wanted to tell me something.
Oh, and what the hell sort of answer is that?
Well, it was private, all right?
All right, that's all you had to say in the first place.
Talk to you later, all right? Okay. Hey, you didn't see Anita, did you?
Oh, why?
It doesn't matter.
Cut the whispering, you two.
Jeez, can't you have any secrets now?
What the hell is the matter with you? Did Reno have a go at you for something?
No. She just wanted to tell me something about the wedding, that's all.
Still wasting time with the girly talk, are we, eh? Chatting about weddings when you should be working.
Yeah, we were just taking bits on what you was gonna wear.
Again, Kelly? I didn't quite hear...
Miss Ferguson?
What the hell was all that about?
Either she was pulling a shifty... Bugging if I know what she's up to.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.